It seemed like spring had sprung early, with a long sunny outlook ahead. After a few days, I left Fenny Compton and headed south down the Oxford Canal. Travelling through some nice open countryside, I passed under the M40 motorway down into the market town of Banbury. I moored up just south of Bridge 166 as you leave the town, but unfortunately due to some roadworks causing lots of noisy traffic overnight, I only stayed here for one night. Instead, I continued south again, down to Twyford Bridge. Between bridges 138 and 139, there's Fenny Compton Tunnel. Although it doesn't look like a tunnel now, back in 1777, this entire stretch was within a small hill. The 3/4 mile tunnel created a serious bottleneck for boats, as it was so narrow. In 1838, the canal company purchased the land above it and initially de-roofed and widened a central section so craft could pass. In 1840, adjacent to the tunnel, a 35-foot long brick kiln was built, reusing the clay spoil from the canal here. The kiln could produce up to 30,000 bricks in a 3-week period. A week to load the kiln, a week to fire the bricks, and a week to allow them to cool and unload. There were 16 fire holes along its length, and the kiln used 12 tons of coal per firing. Just to the east of the village of Claydon there are 5 locks that took me down from the canal's summit. The weather had started to turn with frequent strong gusts of wind. As you enter the town of Banbury, that wind carried a certain smell. That's because Banbury is home to the world's largest coffee processing factory, Jacobs Dow Egberts. The canal winds its way right through the centre of the town, and there are plenty of places to moor up and shop. Located next to the canal here is Tooley's Boatyard. It's the oldest continuous working dry dock in Britain and has been here since 1790, long before any of these shops. Bridge 164 is a lift bridge which is just before Banbury Lock. The town is also famous for an ancient cross and the Banbury Cross nursery rhyme. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see a fine lady upon a white horse. Rings on her fingers and bells on her toes, and she shall have music wherever she goes. The current Banbury Cross is a stone spire-shaped monument decorated in Gothic form. It was built in 1859 at the centre of the town to commemorate the marriage of Victoria, Princess Royal, to Prince Frederick of Prussia. The town is also famous for the Banbury cake. It's a spiced currant-filled flat pastry cake, similar to an Eccles cake but more oval. Once made and sold exclusively in Banbury, the cake has been made following a secret recipe since 1586. My dad reliably informs me they are very tasty, but unfortunately, as I'm currently on the keto diet, I am unable to eat them. Molly seemed to enjoy them though. I'm moored just north of Twyford Bridge as Storm Gareth swept across the country, causing some strong winds and a range of weather patterns. In the next episode, I continue down the Oxford Canal towards Kidlington, and I have the inserts for my side hatch and rear doors manufactured. Until next time, see you later.